Welcome to Learn English Fast.
Speak English with confidence.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. My name is Henry, and I'm really happy that you're here with me today. In today's episode, we are going to talk about something very important for every English learner. The topic is 5 habits for fluency in English. Now, we all know that learning English is not a one-day job. It takes time. It takes practice. But more than anything, it takes good habits. Good habits make learning simple, easy, and natural. When you have good habits, you don't feel stressed. You don't feel lost. You just learn a little every day, and slowly you become fluent. In this episode, I will share 5 powerful habits that can help you speak English more easily, more confidently, and more naturally. These habits are simple. You can start them today, and if you follow them every day, even for a few minutes, you will see real improvement in your speaking, listening, and thinking. These habits are not difficult. They are not for advanced learners only. They are for everyone, beginners, intermediate, or advanced. So no matter where you are in your English journey, this episode is for you. So, sit back, relax, and listen closely. Let's learn these 5 habits together, and let's take one more step toward fluency in English. All right, let's start with habit number 1. All right, let's begin with habit number 1. And this is one of the most important habits for fluency. Daily English input, listening and reading. Now, what does input mean? Input simply means the English that comes into your brain, the English you hear, and the English you read. Before you can speak well, you need to hear a lot of English and see a lot of English. This is how your brain learns the rhythm, the sounds, and the structure of the language. Think about how children learn their first language. They listen for thousands of hours before they speak. They hear words again and again, and slowly their brain starts to understand. Then one day, they begin to talk. That's the power of listening and reading input. So, how can you use this habit in your daily life? 1. Listen to English. Every day. Try to listen to English for at least 15 to 30 minutes every day. You don't need to listen to something difficult. You don't need to understand every word. Just listen. You can listen to English podcasts, YouTube videos for learners, short stories, English conversations, simple news, even English songs. The key is consistency. Listen a little every day, not once a week. If your English is weak, choose easy content. If your English is strong, choose something a bit more challenging. 2. Read a little. Every day. Reading also helps your brain learn naturally. Try to read something in English for 10 to 20 minutes each day. You can read easy English books, short articles, dialogues, blog posts, English learning apps, even subtitles while watching videos. When you read, don't stop every time you see a new word. That makes reading slow and boring. Instead, try to understand the general idea. You can check new words later. 3. Make input fun. This is very important. If your listening or reading feels boring, you will stop. So choose content that you enjoy. For example, if you like cooking, watch cooking videos in English. If you like travel, watch travel vlogs. If you like stories, listen to story podcasts. When you enjoy what you watch or read, learning becomes natural, not hard. 4. Use input to train your brain. Your brain needs to see and hear English many times. When you listen and read every day, your brain starts to recognize patterns like common phrases, sentence structures, pronunciation, natural expressions, rhythm, and tone. Slowly, without even trying, you start speaking more naturally because your brain has learned the language from repeated input. 5. Don't worry about understanding everything. This is something many learners forget. You don't need to understand 100% of what you listen to or read. Even 70% or 60% is okay. The goal is exposure, not perfection. Over time, your brain will fill the gaps. So that is habit number 1. Give your brain English every single day. Listen a little, read a little, make it simple and fun. This habit alone can transform your fluency. All right, now let's move to the next powerful habit for fluency in English. Habit number 2. Speak a little every day. When you're ready, just say, Habit 2. Now, let's talk about habit number 2. And this is the habit that many learners avoid, but it is the habit that makes the biggest difference. The habit is, speak a little every day. Even 5 minutes is enough. Many English learners think they need a long lesson, a long conversation, or a perfect speaking partner. But the truth is, you don't need hours. You don't even need another person. What you really need is daily practice, even if it is short. 1. Why daily speaking is important. Speaking is like exercise. If you exercise once a week for 1 hour, you do not get strong. But if you exercise every day for 10 minutes, you see results. It's the same with English, your mouth, your tongue, your brain. They need daily training. When you speak a little every day, English starts to feel natural. Your mouth becomes comfortable with English sounds. Your brain becomes faster. Your confidence grows. 2. You can speak alone, and it still works. Many learners think, I don't have anyone to talk to. I don't have a speaking partner. I live in a place where no one speaks English. That is okay. You can still become fluent. You can practice speaking alone, and it still trains your speaking muscles. Here are simple ways to speak alone. Describe what you are doing. I am making tea. I am cutting vegetables. I am washing dishes. Talk about your day. This morning, I woke up early. I went to work. I studied English. Shadowing technique. Listen to someone speak English and repeat after them. Try to copy their voice, their tone, their rhythm. Speak to yourself in the mirror. This helps with confidence and pronunciation. All of these are powerful daily exercises. 3. The power of 5 minutes. You don't need a long session. Even 5 minutes a day can change your speaking ability. Here's why your brain stays connected to English daily. You reduce fear and hesitation. You build a habit of speaking. You slowly train yourself to speak without thinking too much. You remove the idea that speaking is hard. A small amount every day is better than a big amount once a week. 4. Make speaking simple, not stressful. Don't worry about grammar when practicing. Don't worry about mistakes. Don't worry if you repeat the same ideas every day. The goal is not perfection. The goal is movement, keeping your mouth and brain active in English. You can speak while driving, while walking, while cooking, before sleeping, in the shower, while looking in the mirror. Any moment can be a speaking moment. 5. Daily speaking builds confidence. When you speak every day, something beautiful happens. You stop being afraid of English. You become more relaxed. You speak more freely. You start enjoying the language. And one day, you notice you are speaking without translating, without hesitation. That is fluency. So that is habit number 2. Speak a little every day. Even 5 minutes can change your fluency. Now, let's go to a very important habit that helps your brain think faster in English. Habit number 3. Think in English, not translate. Whenever you're ready, just say 4. Habit 3. Think in English, not translate. Now we move to habit number 3, and this habit is a big turning point for many English learners. This habit is think in English, do not translate. Most learners translate in their head. They think in their own language first, then translate the sentence, then speak in English. Because of this, speaking becomes slow, difficult, and stressful. But fluent speakers do something different. They think directly in English, just like they think in their own language. And you can learn this too, step by step. Let's talk about how. 1. Why translation slows you down. When you translate in your mind, you do 3 jobs at the same time. Think in your language. Translate to English. Try to speak correctly. This makes your brain tired. This makes you speak slowly. Sometimes, it makes you forget words. Thinking in English removes the extra steps. You think. You speak. That's it. Your speech becomes faster, more natural, and more confident. 2. Start with small thoughts. You don't have to think in English all day. Start with small, simple thoughts. For example, I'm hungry. I need water. I'm going to work. This is cold. I like this music. These are small, everyday thoughts. Say them in English in your mind. Say them with your mouth if you want. With time, these small thoughts will become automatic. 3. Use English for simple daily questions. You can also think in English when you ask yourself questions. For example, what should I eat? What time is it? Where are my keys? What do I need to do today? These are natural daily questions that you can practice in English. The more you do this, the more comfortable your mind becomes with English. 4. Describe your day in short English sentences. One of the best exercises is to describe your actions as you do them. For example, I am brushing my teeth. I am walking to the bus stop. I am checking my phone. I am cooking breakfast. Short, simple sentences. No grammar stress. No long thinking. Just gentle, easy English in your mind. 5. Don't worry if you forget words. Many learners stop thinking in English because they get stuck. They forget a word and then go back to translating. But here's a secret. You don't need perfect words. You just need simple ones. For example, if you forget the word refrigerator, just say the cold box. If you forget the word umbrella, say rain thing. This trains your brain to stay in English without switching languages. 6. Thinking in English leads to speaking fluently. Something amazing happens when you think in English. You speak faster, you translate less. Your grammar improves naturally. You feel more comfortable. You hesitate less. You sound more natural. Why? Because your brain is already using English before the words come out of your mouth. This is one of the most powerful habits for fluency. So that is habit number 3. Think in English. Stop translating. Start small. Stay consistent. And slowly, your brain will switch to English naturally. Now let's move to habit number 4, which helps you sound natural and confident when you speak. Learn phrases, not just words. When you're ready, just say 5. Habit 4. Learn phrases, not single words. Now let's move on to habit number 4. And this habit can make your speaking sound much more natural and much more fluent. The habit is learn phrases, not single words. Many learners memorize long vocabulary lists. They learn 20 new words, 50 new words, 100 new words. But when they try to speak, they don't know how to use these words in real sentences. Why does this happen? Because words alone do not help you speak fluently, but phrases do. Let me explain. 1. Why phrases are powerful. A phrase is a small group of words that usually go together. For example, can I have? I'm not sure. That sounds good? I don't understand. I'll think about it. These are real expressions that native speakers use every day. When you learn a phrase, you learn natural English, not just a single word. Phrases help you speak faster, sound more natural, think less, avoid grammar mistakes, express yourself clearly. Because the phrase is already correct. You don't have to create the sentence. You only have to use it. 2. Learn useful phrases for everyday life. Start with simple, everyday phrases. Here are some examples you can use in daily conversations. Daily life. I'm getting ready. Give me a second. I'm on my way. Feelings. I'm really tired. I feel excited. I'm a bit worried. Work or study. Let's get started. I need more time. That's a good idea. Polite expressions. Could you help me, please? Sorry for the delay. Thank you so much. These phrases make your English more natural and smooth. 3. Collect your favorite phrases. Whenever you hear a new phrase you like, Write it down. Create a simple list on your phone or in a notebook. For example, take your time. By the way, it depends. I completely agree. Write the phrase, write one example sentence. Review it when you have time. This helps your brain remember the phrase faster. 4. Practice phrases in real sentences. To really learn a phrase, try using it in your speaking practice. For example, if the phrase is, I'm not sure, you can practice. I'm not sure where he went. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm not sure about the answer. The more you use a phrase, the more natural it becomes. 5. Phrases help you think and speak faster. When you speak English using phrases, your brain works smarter. Instead of building a sentence word by word, your brain uses ready-made pieces of language. It's like using building blocks instead of building from zero. This makes speaking easier, faster, more confident, more fluent. So that is habit number 4. Learn phrases, not single words. Phrases are the secret tool of fluent speakers. They help you speak naturally and with confidence. Now, let's move to the final habit, a habit that helps you remember English for a long time. Habit number 5. Review and repeat. When you're ready, just say. Habit 5. Review and repeat. Spaced practice. Now let's talk about habit number 5. And this is a habit that helps you remember English for a long time. The habit is review and repeat. Spaced practice. Many learners make a big mistake. They learn something once and then never look at it again. Because of this, they forget new words, forget new phrases, and forget grammar rules. But your brain does not remember things after only one time. Your brain remembers things when you see them again and again, but with time in between. This is called spaced practice. 1. What is spaced practice? Spaced practice means you review something many times, but not all in one day. You review it today, then after 1 day, then after 3 days, then after 7 days, then after 14 days. Each time you review, your memory becomes stronger. Slowly, the word or phrase becomes a part of your long-term memory. 2. Review only a few things each day. You don't need to review everything you learned. Just choose a few things each day. For example, 5 phrases you learned this week, 5 new vocabulary words, 1 grammar point, 3 sentences you practiced. Spend 5 to 10 minutes reviewing. That's all. Small reviews work better than long sessions. 3. Use easy tools for review. You can use simple tools to make review easy. Flashcards, a small notebook, a notes app on your phone, an English learning app, a vocabulary list. The tool doesn't matter. What matters is that you review regularly. 4. Repetition builds fluency. When you review and repeat, something powerful happens. Words become automatic. Phrases become natural. Grammar becomes easier. Speaking becomes faster. You don't hesitate as much. Why? Because your brain has seen the information many times, and it becomes natural for you. This is how fluency grows, not from learning once, but from repeating many times. So that is habit number 5. Review and repeat with spaced practice. Small reviews. Every day. Simple and powerful. Now, let's finish today's episode with some final motivation and encouragement. When you're ready, just say, 7 final tips and motivation. All right? We've reached the end of today's episode. Let me give you a few final tips and some motivation. Remember this: fluency is not about being perfect. Fluency is about daily habits. Small steps every day are more powerful than big steps once a week. If you listen a little, speak a little, think in English, learn phrases, and review often, your English will grow naturally. You will feel more confident. You will feel more comfortable. And one day, you will realize, I can speak English, I am fluent, so keep going, be patient, be consistent, and always believe that you can do it. Thank you for listening to the English Learning Podcast. I'm Henry, and I'll see you in the next episode. Keep learning, keep practicing, and keep moving forward.